Hello and welcome to this Washington Coast video. I spent the weekend in the Long Beach, Ilwaco, Cape Disappointment region. So firstly, we walked around Long Beach. This is where we got a hotel. We checked out the little museum curiosity shop. They're known for Jake the Sea Monster. So that was just kind of really funny to look at it's just like a curiosity shop, some local stuff, but the town is very cute, very small, and on the beach. But the big excitement was heading to the lighthouses at Cape Disappointment, and finally Dead Man's Cove Trail had opened. The last couple of years it has been closed for, I imagine, trail restoration. So it was wonderful to get to come here. However, it was low tide, so we'll be coming back again at a higher tide because that rock needs to be like a little island. After doing the quick little hike up the mountain, we got to see Cape Disappointment Light, which is crusty in all her glory. And after that, we headed back to town to just a local diner for some burgers. I got some clam chowder, but we were waiting for sunset hour, so I had some early dinner before that. After dinner, there was still snow on the ground, which is just crazy to me. We headed to North Lighthouse Point and caught a very, very cloudy sunset with a little bit of light. There's still something really magical about this winter sunset, and the views here of the ocean are just endlessly stunning. Morning 2, technically our hotel has beach views, but we're so far back from the coast, it doesn't really feel like a beach view, but that's fine. So we headed in the car because we're actually going to Oregon for the day. We're heading south and we'll be crossing a crazy bridge, but first, breakfast. We hit up this other deliciously greasy diner called Seabiscuit. I got biscuits and gravy. Oh my goodness, they were fabulous. And then we took the Astoria Megler Bridge, which is a crazy thing to drive on. You are crossing the Columbia River and you go up pretty high. Once we were on the Oregon side, I wanted to check out the shipwreck of the Peter Iredale that is still there, and just always love watching the sandpipers, but the shipwreck is pretty cool. You don't get to see stuff like this that often. And then it was into the town of Astoria for just like a little bit of walking around, checking out some of the stores. A very cute town to explore. After walking around Astoria, we drove up the mountain to the Pillar. This is $6, I believe, but you get this really amazing vantage point if it's not too cloudy and foggy. So we did pay to go up, and we were getting a little bit of cloud cover and hoping for the best. I mean, it's still beautiful PNW views here. But by the end of us being at the top, the sun did come out and we were able to see the full scope of Astoria from the tower view. It is amazing. It is a little bit of a walk up those stairs. Oh, sad. Oh no. They sell these paper wooden airplanes, and you are allowed to have them shoot off sailing, I guess not, flying from the top of the Pillar, which is always very fun. We grabbed a quick teriyaki lunch back in town before heading to the Oregon Film Museum. This is a very tiny museum about films that were recorded in Astoria and the state of Oregon. There's a lot of stuff here about the Goonies, but some other things, like I haven't heard of this Cthulhu movie. I'll have to watch it. You also have an opportunity to film your own movie scenes and use some equipment. It was very fun. if you are the creative types. And you get a pass so you can take it home. But like I said, lots of Goonies stuff in this area. And this building used to be a jail, so they still kind of have the cells. The cells are just full of Goonie merch now. We drove back to Washington State, back to Long Beach. I wanted to go check out the Lewis and Clark tree. There's a lot of Lewis and Clark trail stuff since this is a region that they went through and actually ended their exploration here. So that was pretty cool. And then headed to the beach where we saw numerous amounts of clam diggers and shellfish hunters. For our last night, we headed to Waikiki Beach, back at Cape Disappointment. That gives you beautiful views of Cape Disappointment Lighthouse. I was hoping for king tides, but I was about a week or two late. And then it was back to North Head Light. There's just something you can't beat this view in this area. You are so high. And tonight we had a much more colorful sunset. The clouds are really working in our favor this night, and it was just magical, as you can see. So that was sunset, and now for our last morning, we did do the hike back to Dead Man's Cove for high tide. And as you can see, it is such a cooler experience with the water all the way out, creating that island effect. Just beautiful. And we checked out the interpreter center there. They have a really cool museum if you want to check it out. But that was our quick little trip to the southern Washington coast. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.